trochę lepiej. Nie jestem za bardzo w stanie tego podgłośnić. Jak już zresztą się wygadałem, niektórzy widzieli, niektórzy się domyślili zresztą, moim gościem będzie dzisiaj FRUKIScze,
Hello, everybody.
a my przejdziemy zaraz na język angielski, jak ktoś nie będzie w stanie zdzierżyć mojego łamanego angielskiego albo tego, co będzie mi odpowiadał Frukis. W sumie to podzielcie sobie na dawki albo no, będziecie musieli ten wywiad odpuścić, może niedługo zrobię kolejny. So, now in English, I hope so that this time now we would be heard a little bit better. I would try to speak maybe louder. I can't boost Frukis more, even try it a little bit. Okay, so that would be first question. You said that you try to take headset from nephew, yeah? Uh,
Yeah, that's true.
that work, or you've
Yeah,
got
it
that
does.
doesn't work. So I guess the problem is that Fruk is using the laptop microphone, yes?
Well, no, I'm using the headset, but the
Oh,
headset is quite crappy. So
oh, okay. So interesting. I guess that the problem is from the microphone with the laptop microphone. Headset often works better. Oh, maybe the basic question that I forgot to tell that would be here. So it's a surprise.
Mhm.
How old are you then, and how long do you race in generally?
well, I am 22 years old now, and I race. Well, I played generally for the first time in I think it was like 2011. I joined the international forum once year later and started my racing career there.
Well, so it would be 8 years for now of racing, yeah?
Well, yeah, of racing, yeah, it's now 8 years.
Okay, so you compete in many leagues. How do you compare most of them? Which one is the best that you compete for now, and uh, in which was the best organization? When do you think was the highest level of the competition? Something like that.
Hmm.
What do you remember from these 8 years of competing?
Well, well, as I remember, I think the organization of the competition is getting better and better every year. Because once I started, there was like I had to wait 2 days for the results after the race, and here in the Polish Formula racing, you wait just like 1 hour. That's unbelievable. I think the Polish here, this racing competition has the best organization for sure. And about the driver competition, well, that's hard to say because mm, there isn't many drivers in generally, and you usually race against the same guys in many other competitions.
Yeah, that would be a problem a little bit. Of course, Germans got their own league. There was international competition there too, but most skilled players were crossed the leagues, so they start in Polish and in German league, etc., etc. You are right. Then, but to be the interesting thing, I'm not sure you know that this and last year here on Discord we've got many masters of turbo sliders like Tiniovic, for example, came here not from Generali but turbo sliders, let's say similar game,
Hmm.
etc., etc. That are good with the skill, like Magnum is now F2 uh, champion, not yet, but the
Hmm.
leading guy in F2 is from Turbo Sliders, if I remember well. So that's showing that that game is not is not so
Hmm.
different,
That's true.
and there is a possibility to start in both with success.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I ask you about that, then I would ask you about Czech Czech guys, Czech guys here, and in your competition that you've got. Do you uh, do you find any Czech player like really friendly that becomes your close friend, let's say, or the guy that you when even when you're not racing, you are writing a little bit. And what would you say about the Czech in our league? Because we've got like five Czech player or six, I don't remember well. In last year, now we've got only three. So some of them disappear. One of the examples of that could be you that you start really well, then you disappear, then you came back without results, then you again disappear for 1.3, let's say, no, almost half of the season, and you came to my team again with success, I guess, but a little bit chess, let's say. Once it's a good result, one without point, again some points, not bad result, etc., etc. But you again disappear. What's the problem with disappearing of the Czech player in the league or your form, etc., etc.?
I think the problem is that many people who still are racing and generally they started way back before and they are now adults and they have a lot of other things to do and they don't have a lot of free time to race. So that's why they are disappearing or I don't know, something like that. Well, about the friends I have, mm, I am really close friend with Maras, who was driving here last year, and now he disappeared. We even we are chatting together, and we are close friends. We even met together in real life. So yeah, even generally can make you good friends.
Yes, I know. So, if you said about Maras, yes,
hmm
why don't you take him again here?
well, well, when I rejoined this league, I write him about it, but well, he's studying on college and he just doesn't have the time for it. And even if he has some free time, he wouldn't have time to practice, and his results wouldn't be good, and so he
Uh,
doesn't want.
let's say like half of us, to be honest. I'm finishing my Master of Science now, to be honest, and I'm working too. And
Mm,
the problem is that in last season I have time for training. This season I'm almost not training. I make like 3 or 4 train races. How about your training session? Let's say then, if you start about talking about that, how it looks,
mm.
how looks your training and preparation to the race? Let's say.
Well, I don't know if I can be honest with you because you are my team boss, and if I say the truth, I don't know how you react to it. but but my training, uh, how to say it? I think I can always train harder, but it's hard to find motivation to train harder. When I train, I do like 5 or 10 train races, then take a little break, and then go to the login attempt. I think if I train way more harder, I can do way more better results. I think.
Hmm. As always. And how does it look in the past? Let's say you've got the years that you were just motivated to take the more training to get the more best result that you are possible to get.
Well, back in the days when I started, generally, I tried to get better. Well, because I have a really shitty PC and I couldn't play any other game, so I could play only generally. That's why I trained so much back in the days.
Yeah, that's the thing that most of us thought, and I was. Oh, yeah, uh, already remembered what I want to ask. What do you think about competition in F2 that you are taking a part in this year of the level, skill level? How do you see yourself here in F2? were you attacking a higher position, or uh, you would try to help only for your team for now? And what do you think about team competition against the individual competition? What is more motivating for you more?
So right now in the F2, I think about the team competition way more than the individual. Well, that's because I started in the middle of the season, and it's hard to win the individual competition when you start in the middle of the season. So I try to always every race bring some good points for the team and try to get better and better. About general competition in F2, uh, I think it could be better. It could be better. I think the guys in F2 doesn't train as much, but uh, it's just my opinion. Like I don't I don't know what are they doing.
They are leaving, I guess. I opened the results, individual results, and we can see again JHVP really with really good results. And let's check that: 8, 12, 15, 15, 25, 25 points. So he's getting better and better. While Magnum starts from 25, so winning four competition, then they disqualified, and only 5 points in Canada. What do you think about that? Who would win in this season? Maybe Lerhont, that is really regular on his second place mostly.
Hmm. This is hard to answer. Well, they are both. Well, not both. All of them three are really good drivers, and all of them have the chance to win the competition. Well, it is going to be, I don't know, maybe about luck or just who trains better. Everybody can win it.
So you are not cheering so much for your Czech friend, or
Well, of course, I want JVHP to win it because he's Czech, but it's going to be hard for him for sure. But he can do it, of course.
uh, I want to say everybody can do it, but for like, but Molendics Dropbox got too much already, a loss in points. But yeah, most of the that three on the top for sure could do it. The rest one, I guess, would be hard to fight even for a podium, but still, for fourth place is reliable for most of them, especially that there is some new player that are, how do we name that? Come on, there is one more classification with, how they name
Oh,
that?
amateurs or something like
Yeah,
that. Uh-huh.
amateur standing. And that got for now 13 player in our grid, and now driving like 11 of them. So yeah, and the best amateur is Pexo, for example. The third is Pat. Interesting thing that, wait, Pexo is here on the first place in amateur,
Mhm.
but in individual, Goat is higher than Pexo. Goat or Pat? Wait, I see the
Uh-huh.
Pat here and Pat. Oh no, Pat is lower. Yeah, I just missed the Pat and Goat and Pat. Uh, the friends from the years. Okay, so no, there is nothing stupid in amateur standings, as I thought for a while. But yeah, even our veteran player could be an amateur. Let's say so. Martinho on the second place, fighting, fighting for winning the amateur stands.
Uh-huh.
I forgot about two more questions that I've got to you. It was like two more. Yes. Mm, as I said, I want to write it down, so I little bit forget about that. And and oh yeah, your nickname. Maybe I should start from that, or I don't know. Frukis because Che is obvious, and I'm not sure is it really a part of your nickname. But Frukis. How it is create? What was the idea over
Hmm.
behind your
Yes.
nickname here?
So that was back in the elementary school when I was a little kid. Well, I have three older sisters, and they had a lot of friends, and their friends' nickname were crazy. One of their nickname was like vodka. Other one was called room, and the other one and the other one was called gin and something like that. And I was thinking that's cool nicknames. I want something like that too. And so I went to a shop and I bought a small drink, and the small drink we call it fruko in Czech. So I wanted a drink nickname as well, so that's why I choose Frukis.
Hmm. To be honest, interesting nickname. And seems look well. So the history is, to be honest, interesting. The interesting one. Okay, so that was the question. There was one more question that I want to ask you. I forget. Oh, most remarkable, most rememberable, most your best race or something like that. Uh, you have in your career. It's 8 years, yeah.
The best race.
Or most remarkable. It don't have to be best. Maybe you just take a point after four crashes or something. I don't know. You race in the rain on the Monaco and you just overlap someone. I'm not sure. Just asking most remarkable or the best
Mhm.
race in your career.
Well, the most remarkable race, I think it was my first race in in German Formula Racing Series. It was the first race I drove there, and I was second to last, and I missed the win by like 1 minute. I was so freaking slow, and that at that moment I realized, wow, I'm really bad. I need to train more. So I start to train more and get better. I think that's the most remarkable race. And if I think about the best race, hmm, I cannot find anything. Maybe the qualification I had this season where it was my first qualification in F2 and I took pole position. It was quite surprising.
So you said that the best race you are holding still and waiting to come in, maybe even this season.
Yeah, I'm still looking for the race win finally.
You don't even win any race in all of your competition?
Hmm. Oh, I cannot remember to be honest. Because there was too many competition I drive in and I cannot remember it really.
Okay, I've got a question that I want to really ask and I forgot. Oh, okay. Do you participate in any other competition than F1, F2 in our site, or do you heard about DTM, for example, of Grzecho that he made here and on international forum? What do you think about about our competitions, etc., etc.?
Well, I like the idea how it is set up in your Discord server that when we have off season in F1 or F2 or just a 1 week holiday between the races, you put another series in. That's what I really like. But apart from F2 here, I don't race in any other series right now.
Okay.
But I'm kind of looking if there is some race series of one or just two race just for fun. I might join in.
It is in a long break, so after the whole season, I guess there is one to race series that came in. Last one was with old-fashioned Formula, or have to be. I'm not sure it even start. We have to ask Lorenzo, to be honest. Does the old F1 competition race was even there or not? Once We made crazy competition in 100 kilometers on Cootford with classic
Oh,
Formula cars.
I remember driving in that race once, but I didn't finish it.
Nah, you don't? I finished. I finished that. I remember well. That was hard to make, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
What was the question? Poo. Uh, okay, let's check this out. Does it came into life with that one race or not really? Okay, so in a break, let's say, do you watch Formula One in real life? That real races of Formula One, and what do you think about the changes in real F1, not here?
Mm-hmm. In real life, when I was a little kid, I really liked watching F1. I was a huge Michael Schumacher fan. But then when the Red Bull era started, when Sebastian Vettel started to dominate, I stopped watching it. But like 1 or 2 years back, I started watching it once again, and I really hate Mercedes, to be honest. And about the new regulation changes in 2021, I really like them. I really like the budget cap they had, and all the aerodynamics changes. I think the competition might be a little bit closer, and the races might be more fun to watch. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, classic F1 season with one or less, one or few races, not much, is postponed until the winter. So there would be in a long break, short competition with one or not many races, one or two, I don't remember well. Lorenzo would write more.
Hmm.
With classic F1, I don't remember which year, maybe the year out of Schumacher era or really old one. Uh, I don't remember which one was chosen, the chosen one.
Hmm.
Uh, for short racers. Okay. So let's ask you about a different thing. Other games that you played. There is any other game that you played here on the computer?
Hmm. Well, I'm a huge Gran Turismo fan. I play a lot of Gran Turismo on my PlayStation, and about games on PC. Well, I was playing a lot of League of Legends, but I stopped it. It was it was really stressful.
Ah,
And about other games, on the PC, I like to play racing games like WRC, F1, and so on.
sorry. Okay, so mm, you'll play most the race games and of course competition game League of Legends that hates everybody and everybody hates that game. Uh, I just find the way that I can play this and get fun, but it's hard to learn that way of playing this
Yeah,
game.
yeah, that's true.
But it's able, and I don't. First thing is don't play it much. But that's all about other games. Let's come back to the generally. And do you have any questions about the league or anything coming here to me or anybody on a Discord or our moderators, etc., etc.? your own question to us, maybe to me even.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to ask the organizers of this competition how they are able to do it. They are so good. I don't get it. I tried to make a competition once and I always did the results on the other day and even I only had four racers driving. They are so good. I don't get it.
Some things, some of the things I can tell you that they are making, they got Excel that helps them at the start, making the results, and they are adding the results automatically. They make some programs even to help them make it faster, like videos. Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Let's take that one. What do you think about the videos that make mm, by our site are making?
They are awesome. I love them. I always shake like a little kid before Christmas when I see the countdown on the YouTube.
What
I'm
would
always looking forward to it. Yeah,
yeah,
I
well,
really like it.
yeah, and that's really interesting thing that were added on to our league. And now you are taking a part in other thing that is, I guess, special for our competition, that interviews that are not so often made like years ago, that I was making them like one or two per week even. But yeah, still, and you were a little bit prepared for that question, I guess. So from the season of 220 summer, the league would change. There would be 16 cars in F1 and F2, and we will create the third series of F3. Of course, there is much more words, etc., about the potential, about the differences, and changing the series between seasons. But what do you think about the change, and what what do you think about your place if you still drive in spring 2020 in our league?
hmm
Where
About about my place in the next year, I would love I would like to stay in F2 because I don't feel like I deserve F1 racing yet. I would like to be at least one more season and in the F2 and then we will see. About the changes, mm, I it looks promising. I think it could be good. Well, the main thing it depends on, I think, is how many drivers can be can be can join the F3 series. How many drivers we can find to join in, and if there will be enough drivers in the F3.
for now we've got the full grid of F1 and F2, so it would be at least 8 players, I guess, maybe
Mhm.
more. That the players that are too slow for F2, they think they are too slow for F2, would go to F3 too. We will see. But I just opened the results of two last races and checked the time loss for a 16 player, and yeah, most of the races 4 or 6 or last players are losing a little bit more than the others in F1 and in F2. Let's check this out. If there would be 16 players, how do? Oh, okay, this is race classification. Only 14 players finish one race. There was many disqualification or DNS. And the last race there was 18 players, and yeah, two of them, 17 and 18, got a big time difference. So first of all, you said that we need a player in F3, and second thing is that you still stay in F2. But uh, when four players from F1 came to F2, the skill level should be a little bit higher. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
and
true.
so there would be more players to compete. And I want to ask you, do you think about F1 in the future, or you are too short for that, let's say?
Well, what was the question once more?
Uh, would you think about F1 in future, or not really because you are too short with a skill for that?
Mm,
What do you think?
mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that depends on how I will what my results would be in the next season. Well, because the next season, if these changes are going to be confirmed, the F2 racing will be more harder, and more it will be harder competition in the F2. So we will see. Uh, if I train enough and train hard enough, I think maybe in the future F1 is possible, but I need to find motivation to train hard. That's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, that's really, really important and hard thing to get. Okay, so for now, I would ask anybody that is watching, if anybody is watching, uh, not only Lorenzo, let's check this out. Does anybody watching? I don't see how many people. So sad. Mm, so if I don't see how many people watch, then just if somebody watch and want to ask anything, Frukis, it's the time now to make any question to him. Mm, I guess I don't forget about any question to you or any important question. I want to ask you one thing on the end to give people some time to take any question, but I forget what I want to by minimalize. So, so. Ah, the easiest question. How do you enjoy the talk and the speak, the ah, my throat, the interview?
I find it relaxing. It's it's nice opportunity to share my opinions with you guys.
Yeah, and to practice a little bit English, our
Yeah,
town
that's
skill.
true as well.
I know it's not perfection in my my skill in English is not perfect,
Yeah,
but I
I
hope.
hope they I hope everybody understands me at least a little bit.
That's not a problem. Oh, yeah, the funny question too. Uh, what can you speak in Polish? What words in Polish do you know? Both of our language are just a little bit
Yeah.
or more than a little bit similar, but
Hmm.
do you know any sentence that are funny or something in Polish?
Well,
Hard,
I know
maybe.
some legendary videos on YouTube in Polish. Well, some of them, like when the rally driver drove on the field of some old Polish guy and he shouted on him, "Kurwa moje pole," or or
Yeah.
or the or the Bobber video that Bobber gryzie, or something like that.
Not worst pronunciation in Polish even, with a word gryzie, uh, to be honest. So yeah, maybe maybe it's not that hard for you to learn. Try for the next interview, yeah, hard that you will speak in Polish. That's a little bit fun.
Yeah.
Uh, fun making fun out of me. So, uh, any other question, Lorenzo? Trying to write something, I guess, on the chat, but something goes wrong, let's say. Do you have any more question for anybody? You said mm, to the moderators a little bit. I was asking, I was answering for a little bit for them. I wasn't I was a moderator, but I wasn't a competition organizer here
Mhm.
for some time. but I'm hearing and reading a little bit what they are writing. So, yeah.
Hmm.
But any other question, even from
Well,
you?
I don't have any more questions, but I would like to say very huge thank you to all guys who are somewhere implemented in in making this Discord server alive and making those competitions still alive because it's something unbelievable. You know, this game is already 18 years old if I remember correctly, and there are still a quite big group of people who try to keep this game alive. So big thank you for you guys.
Okay, you can check the question from Lorenzo on Discord. To be
Yeah, I'm looking.
honest,
Uh-huh.
you are reading, getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There.
Then could you answer a little bit? That would be
Yeah.
hard, maybe.
Well, as hard as 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 far as I remember, there was no national Czech league because, well, to be honest, I don't know many Czech guys who play generally. I don't think I think like I don't know more than 10 guys from Czech who play generally. So there is not even any point of making national Czech league because there isn't many drivers.
10 is still a number, not the worst one, I think. But yeah, it would be better with a little bit more. But we had around 100 active player in the leagues. Oh, so if there was 100 active players in the leagues, how many in Polish leagues? Okay, how many Czech number in that matter? It's interesting even for me, but it's for you to shoot,
Mhm.
or maybe you know. Try to take a name. That that guys, for sure you
Mhm. How many? Mm, it's
and
hard.
others. Try
Well,
try with names. Who could start?
okay. So I know myself.
Yes.
I know Maras. I know JVHP. I know Maddan. I know. Well, I have to think on the forum if I know any more Czech guys. Well, I know Ivo Trigger Happy, the admin of the international forum. Uh, I don't know any more else. I think.
So it was 4 or 5. Ah,
Yeah, I know five with me. Five. Yeah.
so what's the answer, Lorenzo? Or it would be your homework, but I guess it would be a little bit too hard. But 5 is not much. I think I would try to go into the standings. In F1, we don't have any Czech player. In F2, in this season, we've got three of you. Yeah, but in the last season, I was thinking that there was much more of them. F2 standings. One, two, three, four of them in F2 and in F1. Oh, only four of them. So not the worst result. I was thinking about a little bit more of them. Oh, Czech Republic, 25 drivers.
Oh,
Uh, Scargi, Avol, Ferranda, Frukis, G-Max, H-Max, JHVP, Karelik, Kober, Christoph, Lumork, Maddan, Make, Maras, MH, Pavel Jelinek, Pavlik, Quattro, Shadow, Slavia, SPL, Thomas Slavia, Tomasa, Trigger Happy, and Zaba.
I know SPL, but I didn't know he was Czech. The
You see
other
so?
guys I don't know. I never heard about them before.
And that's the numbers from international generally
Yeah.
forum. So there was
Uh-huh.
25 active Czech player. So 25 is enough to make league even.
Yeah, but how many of them are still active, you know?
Yeah, now it would be much less, much less. Okay, okay, it takes like more than a half hour, so it's even more than I thought. Yeah, 40 minutes. As always, it times runs, and the problems at the beginning make it a little bit longer. And I was waiting for a question, but I guess there is not so many people watching this live. Maybe replays or something. I guess like ZV watching every interview, etc., etc. Would watch that in uh, replay. And Lorenzo took his questions. That was, I guess, interesting. To be honest, you learned something new from that, even.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
learned there was more than I know, Czech guys.
yeah. So. And that would be everything. I think that could be everything. And we will slowly say goodbye, or Lorenzo would ask anything else, because I'm short of question already, and my throat is saying that I need to stop talking and take eat something. My dinner, for example, that have to be made. So, Pavlik is clearly misplaced on the list, to be honest. Oh, Pavlik? Wait, Pavel? Oh, Pavlik. Hmm. Okay, so there would be 24 drivers if public is not check player. But yeah, I guess that comes to the end and we have to say goodbye slowly. Or you have any other idea
No, no,
to say something interesting
no.
like
Just,
jo
just I just want to
joke on
thank
the end?
joke of the end. Well, there are two guys walking together, and the guy in the middle falls. That was my bad joke of the day.
Okay, okay. It takes me 2 seconds to get, but yeah. Uh, easy in English said, especially. I guess in Czech you got a little bit more jokes. But uh, with that one, really mm, uh, dry joke, we will finish the interview. Um, maybe in Polish I would say do zobaczenia, do usłyszenia ponownym razem. Mam nadzieję, że tym razem przerwa będzie krótsza. And I said goodbye slowly and uh, let's say I'm waving to you. I'm really waving to you guys. Yeah. We don't have camera, but let's wave and say goodbye. Goodbye, Frukis. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Okay.